So here we are, still running a 16-inch surface cleaner, guys. Eating. Look at her go. Just under 200 gallons. Let's see what we can get done. We're trying to do another section. We hit a bit of a glitch. A lot of rambling going on today. A lot of cleaning pavers. But when it's all said and done, guys, we'll have washed this whole community with a 4 GPM and a 16-inch. That's how I live my life, guys. We'll figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. We were almost done, so now I'm not gonna make that money today. Good morning, YouTube. It's Eric with Precision Pressure Wash of Central Florida, coming at you from St. Cloud, Florida today, guys. We got a really good video. Today we're doing commercial and residential work all in the same day. And I got my partner in crime with me today, guys. Look at him go. It's currently like 7:15 and we're already running and we're an hour from the house. So you know we got an early start. But here we are. We're starting off with some residential. Then we're gonna go fill our tanks. Then we're gonna go do a load on the commercial stuff. And in between all the commercial stuff, we're gonna be doing residential driveways. I'm gonna see how much I can actually get done since I got my helper today. But guys, this neighborhood turned out to be a gold mine for me. So thanks for tuning in. Stay locked in, and I'll see you when we start doing something cool. All right, guys, we did not do a proper walk around at the end of that. And reason being, customer was out there, and this is an older people community. They're not totally understanding with the camera. It's still weird to them, as it should be. This is weird, but anyways, we're here. I'm filling up my tanks. We're at 1 bar. We're gonna go to 1 Where is it? 175 on this tank. Then when we come over here and fill this tank, I go up to about 200 or this last bar. We don't go far. We don't go fast. I'm not worried about the axles. But on the last video where I showed this, people wanted to know what the setup was and how I'm pulling off buffer tanks with a direct drive. And I was like, I've always done it. So I don't know. I didn't just fall for whatever I saw online. I went and tried stuff. And obviously we all know what gravity is. I kind of let that help. But here we go. Now, there will be links. I'll leave links to this down in the description. If you guys want to get any of these things, that will help me. That's the only time I'll make money besides my $10 or $12 that I get off each video that does decent. But here it is. So when it comes to the tank for this one, I kind of kept all this 2-inch. Reason being, I like all that water and that weight right there. Then we went to a reducer when this is 3/4 inch flex for irrigation. Now you can't crush this, guys. This stuff is thick. It's very good. I don't have all this done up tight right now. This right here, this is Amazon product. This is my oldest one. Seen better days. I just ordered 2 more of these. Again, I'll leave the link in the description. If you guys want it, go check it out. Same thing with this. This is what I'm applying the chem with. This is just a knockoff M5 twist. I think it's called the Michi. I don't know, guys. I'll go ahead and leave the link down for that as well. But what we do here, this will be shut, obviously, when we fill it. But then when we're going to hook up, I'm just putting this on here. Coming on back to this. Kind of just let it dangle behind here. I'm going to give him the camera now. When it comes to the back tank, again, super simple, guys. And there's going to be a lot of people commenting saying that this isn't safe. And there probably ain't the best way, but it's my way. And it's worked, and I've made thousands of dollars doing it this way. So I'm going to keep doing it this way until something tells me otherwise. But for this part, guys, I don't glue this because then I got to unglue it or cut it, and that's just not cool. But what I do, I gotta let this loop get out here. This stuff is pretty rigid. This is all just irrigation stuff. I glue it with irrigation glue, guys. That's all I'm doing. I don't care that it's white and people know it's PVC, but here we go. So when I put this in, you kind of just, and then when I get it all the way in, guys, I turn it like this, tight, tight, and just have it to where it's sitting on the ground. So now this is also gonna have one of those banjos on it. I'm using them on the hose right now. That's why you saw the crappy one. Anyways, this is going to wrap around to here. The thing that we use to hook up when we're hooking up on people's hoses and stuff that I have dangling here like that. Now we're just going to bring that in. And these two things meet up right here. I'm not going to hook it up, but boom, boom, banjo. Now, when it's going to the other tank, guys, simple. Kind of just do a loop. Now you want it to go under this stuff. You guys got to remember gravity. Be thinking about that the whole time. It doesn't have to be going straight down immediately, but it's always got to be kind of going down. You know what I mean? So we'll just stick that on. I'm not screwing those threads on. And then, guys, again, when it comes over here, you kind of just let it. And that's how we've been doing it. That's how we've been doing it the whole time. I'll show you when we get over there and we can hook it up for real, and I'll show you what's going on. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're over here. We're set up. This is what we're doing. We're going down to that corner, and then we got to kind of make a nice straight line across the bottom of these driveways. But we're kind of just trying to feel out the grade here. Obviously, this is the higher side, and I also feel like that top corner is high. And then as we come around, you can really see it, probably even on this action camera, if it goes down. So big puddling there. We'll probably use a turbo nozzle to blast it away. Can't do that right there, or we'll be washing a house. But this is it, guys. This is the commercial work that we're doing today. This is probably gonna be the worst part, guys, is rinsing the street. You get a lot of sand and grime and debris in the street. But for our plan of attack today, for this part, no pre-treat, but I am gonna go ahead and post-treat with the downstream injector just to kind of give that white tint in the joints, because the mud is, you know, and right now I'm on limited water, so you gotta rinse fast. So I'll use that to kind of help brighten it up a little bit and help with the not awesome rinse. But you guys can see, these are old and they got a little bit of stuff. Almost looks like somebody tried to clean up an oil spill right here, honestly. But we're gonna put them in the game. This is the HOA, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish some more driveways. Stay tuned. All right, guys, he's got all that washed. We still have to rinse, but let's go see how many bars we use. All right, I don't know if you can hear me, but we started up here. We almost used 2 bars and we got 2 more to go. So if I can rinse all that before we get to the bottom of this tank, I'll be super happy. Let's see how this thing goes. All right, guys, here's where we're at with the project. 1 tank is completely gone, and we got this done. The only thing I'm gonna do now is post-treat it with the downstream injector. We are gonna go ahead and turn the revs down a little bit so it's stronger, but that's mainly because the cracks have that little dingy, silty stuff, the stuff that's hard to rinse, this stuff, and we're just trying to bleach that out as well as brighten up the paver. So that's what we're doing. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll wear a mic and he can film, I don't know, but we're trying to make a really cool video because I've never done commercial and residential in the same day. So stay tuned. We're really making good time and I'm happy. We got just under 200 gallons. Let's see what we can get done. We're trying to do another section just up to the manhole cover. So let's see. All right, guys, so really, I'm not talking enough. What's going on here is we're just post-treating with the downstream. I got the revs turned down slightly, and we're just trying to not flood the cracks out so we have a big mud bath again. Just trying to get it a little bright. It's really just trying to brighten up the cracks and the joints because it has that little fine, silky black stuff. But it's easy to bleach that stuff out. So that's the goal. We won't know how beautiful it's gonna look until it's fully dry. But I know it's gonna look better than if we don't do anything, so that's why we're doing it. We are gonna move the truck just a little bit now. And that's that, guys. I like it. I might come back over in a little bit and we'll see. It's a hard spot. But that's that. We're gonna move the truck and we'll pick this thing back up, guys. I couldn't be happier with the way the day's turning out. I should knock on wood, but positive vibes. Just look at some of the sidewalk that I did though, guys. If you remember, I did show you when I walked from those pavers that I did at, but this was it. And guys, look at the oak trees. So you really don't have to even use your imagination. You can already know what I was going through. And then you got out here, it wasn't horrible, but then it tees off and goes down to the mountain, and then that back stretch, guys, look at all those trees. It was green. Anyways, where we're at now, we're right about at 175 for the gallons, and we're confident that we're gonna get this little square done, which is cool because in my estimate and the way I figured this in the beginning was it would be 3 fill-ups, and it might not be. It might be 2. It could be 2 1/4, and that would really stink, but that's life, guys. In a perfect world, it would be 2. I think everybody knows what kind of world we live in. So here we are, still running a 16-inch surface cleaner, guys. Eating. Look at her go. You can't argue with that. Am I gonna get better stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I will. But for right now, guys, we run off these 2 tanks. We're running for hours with this setup. So does it really make sense? Sometimes, yes, I know. With the rinsing, hell yeah. But when it's all said and done, guys, we'll have washed this whole community with a 4 GPM and a 16-inch. He loves when he can work with his headphones. I don't blame him. I love music too. Sometimes you gotta hear what's going on and stuff. Definitely looking good, guys. All right, so obviously we're bleeding over into some of these cracks. I honestly don't think it's gonna be too bad. We'll figure it out. That's how I live my life, guys. We'll figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. But guys, I couldn't be happier than the way things are going right now for me and my company. Today's the first day back. He's coming back now. He told him at his job that he can only do 2 days a week. No more 6. And he's coming back to work with me full time. Almost full time. And it's just because, guys, I could give him the hours. My YouTube is taking a hit right now. I know that, but I'm working 7 days a week. I took Easter off. And then the only other time I had off is a Saturday, and I fished a tournament. And that's all day too. But literally every weekend working out-of-town jobs for the bank, cleanups, good paying jobs. Sometimes I take my wife, sometimes I take him, sometimes I'm solo, just because it's spur of the moment and the money's so good that if I turn it down, they'll just find somebody else that won't. So I'm being a little greedy with the work right now. We've even done a few lawns for the banks, which I will show you guys in another video. We did just pick up another mower. A mower again. In another trailer. I bought a 6x12. And guys, the difference on size is like, I almost thought it was bigger when I got there to get it, you know? Crazy. But I needed something bigger because for these bank jobs, a lot of trimming. Sometimes you're cleaning out furniture. And even, no matter what you're cleaning out, it's usually far. So you got one shot to get it. So that's what's going on. I will try to get this one up and edited. Cool thing is, last time I was out here, I had a subscriber, someone that watches the channel, that also washes, pull up on me. Shout out Gunner at Baja Soft Wash. Guys, if I'd have turned the camera on and showed his rig, I'd have been hurting people's feelings. So shout out to him. Guys, I say it all the time, pull up on me. If you're in the area, you see me, pull up, man. I love seeing and talking to everybody and seeing rigs. Look at this, guys. No bueno. That is not good. We're gonna have to look around now. Now I'm nervous. Anyways, job's coming out good. A lot of rambling going on today. A lot of cleaning pavers. This is the worst part about this. It's filling up tanks. You're all in go mode. Got a good sweat going. Everything's flowing, and then boom, you're waiting on water. You guys got to understand, I've been running a 4 GPM for years, waiting on water. I'm not used to waiting on water, guys. As you can see in the mirror, it's almost up to that last bar that we go to. We actually went a little heavy on that one because I got carried away talking. One of my customers walked up and we were just talking. Luckily, I looked and sent him out there to get it. But what you guys missed so far. So we were doing the pavers last time you saw us. Rinsing was crap. Drainage, even crappier. But then on the way by, I saw on the list we had an address that it just lined up to. So we stopped and did a driveway. The reason I did not film is because he was an older gentleman and he was cool and he just stayed out there with us the whole time. And while my son was doing the surface clean part, I was just talking. So again, the camera is weird for most people. It is weird for me too. We're trying to make a good video and make money, but stay tuned and I'll show you the driveway when we drive by. All right, guys, just gonna give you a quick glimpse of the driveway we did. It's like I've been in here so much that now there's like a lot of the people that are out and about, the walkers and stuff, like I know them all. So you can't, it's that one. You can't really just sit around and do nothing. Somebody's going to walk up and talk to you. But here it is, guys. You can see the concrete real clean where it stops. That's her. Came out really good. Line's right there. We are going to post. I'm hoping we can get that done. We'll see if he can get his stuff going. He's been kind of sluggish today. I don't know what's going on.
Bruh.
What?
I have not been sluggish.
Comment down below, guys. All right, guys. So this is a square we're going to try to knock out first. See if it kind of does anything for time saving. At the end of the day, the drainage is going to suck. Hopefully now that the truck's not here, we can really play with this, but you can see yourself, guys. Look at that. It starts really sloping here. So I'm hoping we'll knock this out. We're just probably around 375 gallons. Look at him whipping that hose like a pro. So I feel confident, and our thinking is since we are just doing that driveway and we really won't even have to move the truck. And if there's a little touch-up spot, like a little mud puddle that we had to let dry, that we could go ahead and just whatever we catch in the buffer tank during that driveway, it would be enough to just rinse so we don't have to go back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's worst case scenario. I'm hoping it just gets done on this and we can move on to the next thing, but who knows? All right, guys, we hit a bit of a glitch. So apparently, when we went to move the truck, you'll see on the video, fired it back up. I couldn't get it pressurized up. And then I noticed, I had water coming out at the ball valve, but then I also noticed that there was the same amount of water coming out of the return bypass into the buffer tank. So that's never good. I don't know if it's the unloader or the pump. What I do know is we were almost done. So now I'm not going to make that money today. We did do two driveways? Two driveways we did. We were trying to do 3 in that, and we would have did it. Got out of there in time, but it's part of it, guys. It happens. So now I do have a backup. We're going to go home, try to slap that thing on, see if that fixes it. If that doesn't fix it, well, then we know it's the pump. And if it's the pump, we all know that's going to be pricey. So the goal is to figure it out before the places that sell the pumps close, because again, I got jobs first thing in the morning. I was hoping to get out and fish and be able to practice for the tournament on Saturday, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm going out there Thursday to wrap that up. But for right now, I'm trying not to stress out about it. Tell myself that's what it's all about. You run stuff to the point to where it breaks. The only bad thing about it is it's 2 months old. So not impressed. If it is the unloader, I'm going to tell you guys, I always review and try to be on. I'm always honest. Sometimes I just can't say exactly everything, but I'll never lie on here. So if it is the unloader, could it have been just a bad one? Maybe. We will pop the other one on and see what happens. In my mind, I do hope it's the unloader because I have another one, but something's telling me it's not, and I know how many hours I have on that pump. Even with it being serviced and all that regularly, me changing the oil and everything, it can still fail. So fingers crossed it's the unloader. I'll check back in and let you guys know what it is when I figure it out. All right, guys, we're home. We do have the problem fixed. It was the unloader. I just set the pressure to 3,600. That's what it's set for. Tested it. We're good to go. Not impressed with the K7 as of right now. But hey, I know there's always those defective ones. Sometimes you buy a bad product, but luckily I had a backup, guys. Anyways, there's my little barely commercial mower. It's gonna get us down the road. It's already made us a little money, but it'll at least get us far enough to know if we're gonna keep rolling with it, because that's what he wants to do. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, that's that. I am gonna go ahead and change the oil on the pump. Mine as well. I'm home. I got done a little early today. And then I guess I probably won't finish this video until Thursday, until me and him link back up to go knock that out. So I'm gonna be driving around with a truck with a tank in it for the next few days. But anyways, guys, that's why it's good to have backup stuff, even when it's expensive. Thank God it wasn't the pump, but I want to say we dodged a bullet, but we just used up our backup unloader, and those are 160 bucks. So we're good to go for the morning. We don't have to push anything back. I just now have to wait till Thursday to complete that, to get the commercial jobs check. I did finish 2 driveways today, and we'll probably add 2 or 3 to it Thursday when I'm there. But all in all, we're good to go. I do have to remember to take this surface cleaner off here because it'll hit the garage door. That's me letting him know we got to get this off here. But anyways, thanks for tuning. I'm not going to end it. I don't know why I'm saying that. But guys, when we pick this back up, we'll be over there in St. Cloud on Thursday. See you then. Good morning, guys. We're back. We're going to finish this video now. We're all good. Right now, we're just filling tanks. Filling the first tank. But we have our new unloader down there, guys. I got to tuck those little straps back in, but that's her. Pressure set at 3,600. It was pretty easy with 2 guys. This is a quick connect. This took off. The hardest part was getting this damn fittings off, but I didn't have to even take any of them zip ties off. It all worked out. All right, y'all. We're almost done filling up. Probably got about 10 more minutes on the second tank, and then we'll be washing. I definitely don't like waiting on water. Hopefully that unloader, it was just a defective unloader, and this one doesn't just last 2 months, because that would stink. If that happens, we're going to just not use K7s anymore. You know what I mean? I could have got 2 for the price I got 1. So, and my other one, that one lasted a long time. I don't even know. I got to go back and look, but at least 2 years. So maybe a little under. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, guys, today's Thursday. I've been filming content. I haven't had time to edit. I've been working 7 days a week. I mean, I had Easter off, but I did go out and do some estimates on Easter. I'm not kidding. So it's been crazy. The weekends I'm doing bank stuff. He's usually sending me out of town. Brandon, Valrico, stuff like that. Hour and a half from my house. But the money's good, guys, so I got to do it. Anyways, I know the talking can get a little out of hand sometimes. And really, guys, I'm just sitting here bored. Bottom line. That's why I turned the camera on. So I guess we'll just pick back up when we get over there and get set up, come up with a game plan. We are doing 3 driveways today. Hopefully pick up another one. If we could do 4 and then finish this and I can bill for the pavers, that would be awesome. But the paver job that we're going to finish today, that was 3,800 square feet. So it'll be good to get that knocked out. The drainage has been pretty bad throughout the whole thing, but we're on this last piece in the back corner where I can see it's just going to run down to the corner and I can just blast it with the turbo nozzle or the ball valve, and there's no house there, nothing, so we can slang it as far as we need to out into the grass. So that part excites me, knowing that it's not going to be crazy with drainage. But once we get there and we get set up, I'll go ahead and turn this camera back on, and I'll try to get a little perked up, man. I'm just tired sitting here. We drove an hour. Now we're sitting 30 minutes. It gets to you when you're my age. He's out there. I don't know where he is, guys. He's somewhere out there playing around, looking at stuff. So I'll catch you over there. All right, guys, we're rolling. Here we are. Here's what we broke down and couldn't finish this last little piece here. We do have to post treat from like right there to about here, somewhere right here. And that's that. That's all been posted and rinsed and cleaned. We do see that the drainage is rolling this way, and it does have a really low spot here. But for the most part, it's going to be easy pushing it right down in this corner. Unloader seems to be working fine. It worked good yesterday. No complaints yet. We are doing this driveway right here. We're going to do all this, and then we got 2 more, maybe one right there. I don't know, 96, 97. So I got this one and that one. That's cool. It won't be much of a jump around. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead now and get you on the mount, get a better POV. All right, guys, turn the downstream on. I got the revs turned on a little bit. This is just so it's a little bit stronger. We're gonna go ahead and post treat from here down. There it is. Nope. There it is. Laying a good coat down. Anyways, we got the revs turned on a little bit. We're using our 2.1 injector as always. It's really the only one I use. I have other ones, but that's the one that makes us all our money. This is a Friday for me, even though it's Thursday. I got a fishing tournament Saturday. And then I got Rockville Festival in Daytona on Friday, which is tomorrow. Trying not to flood it out. I'm really just trying to bleach these cracks with a little bit of ugly dirt residue stays. Again, we got a couple driveways, 3 driveways to do, which is light work for the 2 of us. It'd have been light work for just me. So that's pretty good with a 4 GPM, 16-inch whisper wash. Making money, guys. No complex. All right. So what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna shut it down, wrap things up, and we'll pick it back up when we're set up to do these 2 driveways. All right, guys, let's look at the first driveway we're doing. Here it is. Pretty dirty. Nothing we can't handle. It's definitely gonna brighten up. And then up here on the walkway, that's where it's really dingy. It's up next to this hedge right here where the downspout runs. But here we go. Porch is never dirty, just a lot of leaves. But there it is, mostly just in the cracks. All right, guys, we're just gonna lay a little bit of water down. Is this excessive? Probably yes, but this is how I've been doing all of them, so I'm going to continue to do it because the results are exactly what I wanted to achieve. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on because it's going to take its sweet time. There she is, pulling. Guys, when you do it long enough, you'll know when it's about to get to the gun. You kind of feel the air. We do have the revs turned down a little bit. Nothing crazy. Smells really good. Trying to put just enough to get it wet, but not start running. The wind is a little howly today. I've already ruined my shorts because my ball valve is leaking. I keep saying I'm gonna get a new one, but I'm just too busy to get down there, guys. Up here's really bad, so we will let it flood out a little bit. All right, try not to get the camera guy. I always just walk backwards here because it doesn't need to be really up on the front door. It's never dirty with organics up there. That's it, guys. We'll just show a lot of stuff on the first driveway, but then it'll just be like highlight reel stuff for the next couple because it's all the same stuff, man. It just is. We've made a good amount of money in this community. We're not mad. We're not mad about the equipment breaking the other day. I was mad. We're not mad anymore. I've moved on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. Come back up to where it was really bad. Give it a little extra something. And then when I'm sure it's clean, I'll just come up and do a little post-pre. The post-pre-treat, guys. All right, so now I'm gonna let him take off with the surface cleaner. I'm gonna go turn the revs up. See you then. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We were able to get it done with what I had in the tank. So we didn't use the customer's water at all. Anyways, here it is, finished product. I'm gonna rinse that a little better, but I am gonna do that driveway. So I was just trying to get it to where it's not splashing all over. But here she is, guys. This one looks good. You remember all these organics. This was bad. It smells a little bit like chlorine, but not bad. We put everything back. Everything looks good. Definitely happy with it. And then as far as this, let's go over here and check out how this is. It's still drying, so we'll get a good look at it before we leave because we have a couple driveways to do. But you can see it's brightening up with that downstream. And it worked. We had some duck poop somewhere over here, and that stuff was taking 5. So I know the downstream mix was strong. We good?
All good.
All right, we're not going fast, so I don't really have to look, check, but we'll see you at the next stop. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead, pull up first so I can get some space between me and the edge of the grass, and then I'm gonna back this thing down and go knock out these other 2 driveways. I wish we wouldn't have had a problem the other day and could have finished this, but that's perfect world stuff, guys, and we ain't there. You know what I mean? I'm not mad completely because I did have a backup. Someone's coming. Right, sorry, guys. I gotta pay attention too. I am backing the trailer out in the traffic, but I had a backup one, so it panned out. And when I put it in, guys, I honestly thought about all that, being able to change it, you know, make it clean, but also very changeable with minimal tools, and it was. So that part was cool. The fact that I had an extra unloader was cool. There we go. Had somebody right on us. So looking for the next number. He's my guy. What is it?
2737.
2737, guys. I feel like I live in this neighborhood now. I know a lot of the people. 37. I think it's this one, honestly. I do think it's this one. Nope, that's 29.
33.
It's this one.
Yep.
We got the spray, guys. All right, man. So we're going to just blast this one out. All right, guys. We're here. Let's see how the thing looks. Not too shabby. Needs a little love, though. That's why we're here. Most of those weeds will go. At least the top parts. Here, usually always bad because of these. And then again, these are usually bad when you're on that side of the road. And then up here, never bad. So, God, I love having a helper. Look at them just getting stuff done. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, stay tuned. We're going to knock this one out, guys. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Here she is. Came out really good. Still drying. Definitely gonna lighten up. But real clean. No organics. Remember all this. And then this actually wasn't horrible, and I don't like this. Hey, you're gonna have to get the hose. I don't like that. That's too much mud in the cracks. So we're gonna go ahead and re-rinse this, and I'll go ahead and show you again after. All right, guys, we just pulled up to the last driveway. Let's check it out. Here it is. More of the same. This is number 3 for the day. None of them were crazy bad today, which is cool. I'm not complaining about that. Just stating facts. But there's the paver run that we did. Back to there. We were back there today. We just did that one. We're going to do this one, and we did one down there. So shaping up to be a good day. I wish we would have got that done yesterday. No. Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is anymore, guys. This is wash, work, / work season. This is mainly what it always is. You can see all the organics in the cracks, especially on these walkways. So most of the weeds get blasted out, and when the ones that don't, there's not much left of them. Anyways, I'm letting him kind of just do his thing. I like how he's laying the hoses out. I'm letting him do a little more thinking, you know? It's good for him. But he's doing good. I'm happy he's here. He's been helping me a lot this week. Thank God. My knees can't take it no more. Them joints. We're talking about these side knees, guys. What do you know about it hurting on the side of your knees? I don't know about the front of your knees. I don't get that pain, but them side knees. Ev, we ready? All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and let him do everything right now and just see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, guys, let's see what he does. He just started his he just finished pre-wetting. Right now he's waiting on soap. He shouldn't be flooding out all that with water. I don't know what he's doing, but I'll let him know anything that I see that could have been better like that. You don't ever want to soak that out. You're only using a freaking 1%, so you flood that out, now you're using like a 0.5%. And a 0.5% really ain't doing anything. So far, so good. He doesn't understand he should have whipped this hose out, but we'll let him struggle a little bit. This month is shaping up to be good, but this is wash season, guys. I know that. I went ahead and turned it off because it's good. All right, now you're good. Just go in, a light little spritz, make sure. Little cover your ass wettage, you know. If it makes you nervous, pre-wet. Killing grass, burning plants. That stuff makes me nervous. So we just do this. I had a guy down the street, I probably said it was the other day we washed his house. I didn't film, I didn't record because he was out there watching, but he saw me do his two neighbors the week before, and this guy's got a pressure washer. He's one of those handy guys, you know, older but handy. And he said, I saw the way you did it, the pre-wetting, the pre-treating, all that. And he said, I had to get you to wash mine. So they're watching. There he goes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn his revs up. Give him a little help. I'm gonna turn the revs up. Get your hose figured out before you even jump on there. I can be a bit bossy, guys. Yeah, there you go. He's starting to get it. You guys like how I just backed myself into a nice shady spot? Oh yeah. Look at the change. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, guys. See what kind of mood I'm in when I'm in there editing. I've got content to edit for days. I honestly need to take a day off just to edit. The weekend work though, man. I'm making a lot of money on the weekends, guys. Sometimes pressure washing and yard cleanups. Sometimes just yard cleanup. Sometimes I'm in the house doing all types of things on foreclosures. The yard cleanups for me, that's where the best money is, and I think it's just because I'm really good at it and I can get it done faster and better than a lot of people. All right, I think he's got this. Let's go look at these pavers. Guys, I rinsed the hell out of this. That's what I came up with. Here's the line we left off. It's pretty good. Here's where we were the other day. Obviously, this was the best, really the best drainage was right there. But look at that, guys. As far as you can see. I really just want to see if these are as light as these now that it's fully dried. Some of it has some nasty stains like these. I don't know, man. Some paver, and it's like smooth. It's almost like you don't know. But yeah, comment down below, guys. Do you ever run into this? That's it, guys. Anyways, I did that really just for my thumbnail. Anyways, there we are. Good day. Looks like I'm gonna get my stuff done and get to the bait shop in Lakeland. Look at that line. You think these don't look that good, and then you look at what they look like. It was kind of pretty much like that. Maybe not this bad, but more like that one. But again, you can see the line. It definitely brightened them up. These are old. But that's her. Look at him over there rocking. My man. I love seeing stuff getting done and I'm not doing it. I'm glad he came back to work, so stay tuned. We're almost done here, guys. That's a wrap, y'all. Let's check her out. Here it is. Still drying slightly. They're drying faster now that the sun's straight up. But there it is. This one was kind of bad. Not the worst of the day. I am going to come up here with the hose and give this a rinse because this was one of the only spots I had to post treat with 5. And that's only because we had a good amount of tanning. You can almost see it faintly still dissolving along here. But other than that, super pumped to be off for 3 days now. A lot of fun stuff planned. Not complaining about that. I'll go ahead and do a little truck talk in a second when we leave. All right, guys, that's a wrap. This video was a little weird. Oh, there's one of the people it looks like they sealed. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Anyways, little weird video. Obviously, it shouldn't have took 2 trips to do this, but I wasn't expecting my unloader to go down, especially since it was only 2 months old. Before that happened, I loved my K7 unloader. Now, I'm like, was it defective or are they all like that? So I got it set to the PSI it's supposed to again. We'll see what happens. Moving forward, there's a few things we got to do. I'm always ready to upgrade, and then I get my hands caught up in doing other stuff that takes money to get going, and it's like, I think I am going to get a bigger pump though, just to see if I can go a little bit faster. I've heard that just 2 gallons more a minute is a big difference and that you can tell. So even if I only jump up to a 5.5 or whatever it is, you know what I mean? They say there's a difference. So That could be a possibility, and then pop my AR pump back on the old GX390 that's at the garage and have a backup. Or one when I just need to do these bank jobs and I don't want to take my whole pressure washing trailer to do a driveway and a vinyl fence when I'm there cutting tons of trees and bushes and stuff too. It's like, it makes it a little harder to haul stuff away. But we're figuring stuff out as we go. I'm busy. I am busy. It's not all pressure washing, but I'll tell you what, now when I'm doing estimates on pressure washing, my prices are what my prices are, and I'm not really worried about it. Like, oh, I need to work. No. Like, I'm just going to stick with it. If I get it, great. If I don't, not so great, but who cares? There'll be more chances. I am going to go ahead and shoot another video. I've shot a video in celebration. We did a big house wash, me and him, last week. And then I got another one coming up just down the street from that one, guys. I mentioned it in the video. I don't know how these are all going to come out, but I picked that one up while doing this one. And the one I was doing, I picked up while doing one 3 doors down. So it's like, I love that. I love when that can happen. It doesn't always happen, but I'm telling you right now, in places like that, they've had a ton of guys that wash. They come in there and they burn plants, burn paint, leave the place smelling like a hazmat scene. You know what I'm saying? And then when they see you and you're good, they can tell. The equipment, guys, the customers, they don't know. They don't know what that is. The equipment thing, having nice equipment, that's for the other washers when they see you. For them. But I'm telling you right now, I just had somebody today say he ain't never even seen a setup that nice. It makes me smile, bro, because I know what the hell's on the internet and what they really say on there. And it's like, they're the ones I'm here to impress. Like the strobe lights, catch the attention, my work, they're watching, so when you're done, they see it. I told you I picked up a driveway on this video from a guy that saw me do both of his neighbors. I saw him out there watching me too. I thought he was pissed that it smelled like chlorine, but he hired me to do his just because of how thorough and how good I was. Plus I was offering the neighborhood a bulk price deal, which is about to run out, guys, because I don't need 1 or 2 people reaching out to me to come over there and do that. I need like 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, you get the picture. Anyways, I'm rambling, as always. So I'm going to get off here. I got to get all the way to Lakeland and go to this bait shop. I can't go to Dick's Sporting Goods and Academy Sports for this stuff that I need. You know, you can jump in there here and there for little filler stuff in between, but I need like real tackle. So I'm going to have to go to a real tackle shop. Anyways, thanks for locking in with me. Bear with me, guys. I think I might just have to take a day or 2 off just to edit. I still love YouTube. I still love doing it. I'm still shooting videos. Just now I'm having to buy like 64 gigabyte SD cards because I'm putting like 3 or 4 jobs on it at a time. And you guys know how much space that eats up. Anyways, thanks for rocking with us. I do have my sidekick back now from almost full time. But anyways, I'm going to let him close it out. So I'll catch you guys on the next one, guys.
Thank y'all for watching. Peace.